run it back real quick with Nakina right here. Hey, I'm low-key really glad you came because I don't know if you know anything about the podcast, but we rarely get any female artists on the podcast and stuff. I think you're maybe second or third one we've had, and you're also the first R&B artist that we've had.
That's dope. It's probably 3 because that's my lucky number.
Yeah, 3. Oh, for sure. So, yeah, just tell me a little bit about you. I know you're from Linwood. For the people that aren't in California, could you explain, like, a little bit about your city?
So, Linwood, it's like, right next to Compton, next to Southgate, next to Watts, Long Beach. Yeah, that area. So, actually, I was born in Long Beach, but I grew up in Linwood. My grandmother raised me, grew up singing in church, and yeah, that's where my love for music started.
Yes. Were you ever like singing in church, like up in the front and everything like that in the choir?
Oh, that I actually sang my first solo when I was 3 years old in church.
3 years old?
Yes, it's possible.
So you've been singing since like birth.
My grandma said I was humming, so I would think that's a little creepy to be honest, but baby song.
Damn, that's tight. That's tight. So, tell me about like growing up in like high school. When did like obviously you started singing at a young age? Mm-hmm. Was it something that like stuck all the way through, just like throughout your childhood growing up?
Well, yeah, definitely. So I started singing in around like 2nd, 3rd grade. I started playing the violin. So I also played a couple instruments. That was my first instrument, and I never really sang like at school, like in a school program or nothing like that. Just always at church every Sunday. Still to this day, actually.
Yeah.
Yep. Sung last Sunday. I'm gonna sing next Sunday. But yeah, so I started with the violin, and then in high school, I started playing the saxophone because my school that I went to, they didn't have like an orchestra, so they actually started it because of me. And I had to help teach the other students because at that point, I was already like 7 years in playing, so.
Yeah, he was already a master at it?
I wouldn't say that. But I was good enough to help and teach people, and I knew what I was doing. So, yeah. And then also in high school, I was drum major. So with drum major, you have to learn how to read all of the instruments, the score. It's called a musical score. Conduct the band. That's what I was doing. Leading the band, telling them what to do, push-ups and all.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, it was actually very fun. I loved it.
Making the people do the push-ups? Or the teaching part?
All of it, to be honest. Like, you got to do what you got to do. So, yeah, I was helping them in the long run, like with discipline and getting their shit together. They needed it.
Yeah, that's tight. So what do you prefer more? Like, what's more fun to you? Like the singing or like being able to like learn these different instruments?
Man, oh man. I really do love playing instruments, but I haven't played an instrument in like 3 years. That's like bad. Because like I said, I love to play instruments. But at the time, it was really my only escape, my only release. Like the only thing that made me like forget about everything. And it was first period. So it started my day and then it ended my day with band practice. So yeah, and I was going through a lot. So yeah, it definitely helped with my sanity and just keep me sane. Yeah. But yeah, singing, it's always been what I want to do. What makes me feel, I always say singing makes me feel at home. I don't know if that makes any type of sense, but singing, like music is my home. So, yeah, that's how I feel about that. Yeah. I would eventually want to go back to playing instruments, though, but not right now.
Yeah. So, was, like, playing, like, the violin, like, the instrument you chose, or was it just, like, what you ended up with at first?
So, honestly, I wanted to play the trumpet, but it was a boys' instrument at the time. All guys were playing it, so I actually started playing the clarinet. Within the second week, somebody stole it. So, violin was, like, $20 to $50 at the time, so we got that.
Oh, damn.
So, yeah, honestly, the violin just fell into my lap type shit. And I just loved it. It's a beautiful instrument. The sound that it makes, the emotion behind it. I don't know if you've ever watched, like, a orchestra or a symphony, like, but they really be moving when they play. And I started to do that. I honestly thought it was so weird. I'm like, I'm about to play it like this. But no, like, when you feel it when you're playing, like, you have no choice but to move along with the music.
Yeah, I get that because I started learning how to play guitar like 2 years ago, and I noticed like
it's a lot of fingerings and stuff, huh?
It's too much. It hurts your fingers. But like I noticed like if you know the song that you're like trying to play and you really like it and you like just really imagine yourself like getting into that like mood and feeling the music, you play a lot better than just like straight up technique.
Definitely.
Like you said in the orchestra, yeah, they'd be like doing like whole like plays almost when they're up there and stuff like that.
It's like they dancing in their chair almost.
Yeah, but you can feel the music when that happens. For sure.
Definitely. It even as a visual person, if you're just watching it, you can't help but feel it along with them. Yeah.
So I wanted to get into about when you started to try and take like singing seriously, and when you started putting yourself videos out of yourself like singing and stuff like that. What motivated you to start doing that?
What motivated me? Shoot. So when I was younger, I used to think like the only way to release music and to like get heard or seen or anything like that, you have to go through a label, right? So I was making demos in people's closets and trying to look up how to send music, but most record labels, they don't accept like unsolicited music. So it's like, yeah, you can't just send it or even find the contact to send it. So I started trying to write notes to Beyonce and all type of stuff. At this point, I was like 14 because I'm like, what can I do? Got to start writing fan mail to my favorite artists. Maybe they'll like open it, be like, hey, well, I don't know, let's look her up or something. Then people started getting clout on YouTube and stuff like that. Me and Justin Bieber were around the same age. He started blowing up because of YouTube and just putting himself out there. I was like, okay, I got to put myself out there. I'm not old enough to go on American Idol just yet. So I don't know, I got to do something. So yeah, that's when I started like trying to do singing videos, but I didn't like put them out. But I started putting them out like, I don't even know if it was high school. Definitely college, definitely. I went to college when I was 17, by the way. But no, it could have been high school too. Maybe like my junior or senior year of high school, I started posting singing videos along with dancing videos because that's what I love to do. I want to sing and dance all together in one on a stage. But
some J-Lo stuff.
I don't even want to say Beyonce because I love her. But like Normani, I don't know if that's how you properly pronounce her name, but she's a great performer, great dancer. Chloe, great dancer, great performer, like that, like not doing too much, but like entertaining. You feel me? And feeling it. I honestly forgot where I was going, what the question was.
Oh no, I was just you were talking about like putting yourself out, putting the YouTube videos.
Oh
up
yeah,
and stuff like that.
Oh, you asked me when did I start taking it seriously? So like I said, I always wanted to be a singer. So in my head, I was always taking it seriously. I just didn't know how to. Basically, how to present myself as a serious artist. Yeah. So, I guess I went to college for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. I dropped out at that point. I was like 18, turning 19. Started trying to like look stuff up. At that point, I was like, I'm gonna do music. School is like, it's schooling. I'm not trying to be part of the schooling right now. It was just a lot, and my major was biochemistry, nothing to do with music at all. And I was about to be a doctor. I'm like, no, if I'm about to put like 10, 12 years into something, into anything, if I'm about to put my life into this, I'd rather it be music, something I really enjoy. Although I do want to help people. I always say that I want to help people, whether it's through music or medicine, but I'm choosing music. Like, I have to go with plan A. A lot of people like get stuck in a 9-to-5 or just like, they have dreams, but it takes so much longer to do it and focus on it if you're like doing B, C, everything. If you're doing everything at once. So like, yeah, I just figured right after I dropped out of college, like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to give my all too. And at that point, I started writing and doing music for like TV and film, like Bravo, E, VH1, just like the background music. And I got paid. I started getting checks. I'm like, yo. And this was like the summer after I was thinking like, should I go back or not? I got the check. I was like, Grandma, I am not going back to college. She's like, what? Ma'am, I just got paid for doing something that I love. And it wasn't no $100, $200. My first payment was like $500. I was like, oh, I'm doing this. I don't care. I don't care how long it takes or what I have to, well, not like that, but like, I'm going to give my all. You feel me? Like, yeah. So I guess at that point around 18, 19, that's when I decided to just fuck it. Fuck what everybody's saying. Even though like everybody's saying you have a beautiful voice, I was writing songs. I wasn't recording them, but I was writing them, singing them to different people, and they're like, yeah, you sound good, but everybody doing it. Okay, but everybody's not me, and everybody's not gonna do what I'm about to do. Like, everybody don't write like me, everybody don't sound like me, like everybody don't got the producers that I got. You feel me? Like, yeah. So yeah.
Damn. For like artists that are like stuck in that position that you were at, like, so you just hit up like the TV stations, the cable stations, and they like took your request to like for songs?
No, actually, it happened on Instagram as well. Russell, I suck with last names. I think it's Russell Howard. I don't know his last name for sure. His first name is Russell for sure, but he found me on Instagram, and he actually did part of Jay-Z Blueprint 1, I think. But yeah, so I did that so wrong? Did I say that wrong? I don't know, but because he got multiple blueprints, don't he? I'm tripping. Okay, he do. So he did Blueprint Run 1, and it was Grammy nominated and all that good stuff. So he had hit me up, and he wanted to work with me, but like he doesn't do just full songs or projects, albums, singles. He doesn't do that. He did the background music to TV and film and stuff like that. So I said, I'll do it. I'm singing in a studio. You telling me I'm gonna get paid and it's gonna be on TV? I'm doing it. What are you talking about? Yeah.
So was you recording like full songs, or it was just
no?
Like
it was just like the max was like 30 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was just like little hooks.
So was that like your first like introduction into being able to work in like actual studios?
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. It wasn't the first like real studio I was in, but it was the first like real big studio I was in with like, it was instruments everywhere and the setup. It was dope. It was really cool. Yeah, it was my first like cool big studio, I would say. Yeah.
So so obviously you found two of one of your big connections through Instagram and stuff like that. So
social media work.
If you were to have like, because obviously people always say that, you know, use social media to your advantage. It's like so helpful nowadays. But I feel like a lot of people, they know that and they're a little arrogant to it. So what would be like some advice you would give them to like actually like push them to like, you know, being like, if you do this, this could happen like 10 seconds later?
I don't know why people are scared to talk to people, but it's okay. Like, connect with people, have conversations. You don't know who they are, who they're connected to, what they want to do, or anything like that, you know? So be open, I would say, and definitely put yourself out there. You can't just like chill and wait for something to happen. You feel me? You got to send a first message first, like I sent to him. So yeah, put yourself out there. Don't be afraid. Like, if you don't do it, it's not going to happen. You feel me? But if you try to do it, it's a 50-50 chance. So at least try. That's my advice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And honestly, when I was doing that, I didn't have like the most confidence. I didn't think I sounded like Summer or SZA or her, because her was popping at the time. Mm-hmm. But like, well, she's still popular, but she had just came out when I started putting myself out there like a lot. But yeah, so I was like low key comparing myself, and that would stop me. So I had to stop comparing myself. And yeah, that's what got me out of my own head. Just like I said, just put yourself out there.
Yeah, for sure. And then also, I wanted to ask, like, because you're an R&B singer and stuff like that. I wanted to know what artists are you like influenced by? Your favorite artists growing up, or even like to this day?
Beyonce. Okay, Beyonce, Mary J. Blige. I really like Kehlani because she writes like hella catchy shit. Her is like the new Alicia Keys to me. I love her. I'm trying to give you at least 5. Then I got to take it back. Aretha. Woo! I love Aretha. She grew up singing in church. She went through a lot like I went through a lot. And yeah, I really love her too.
Yeah, that's what's up.
There's beauty in the struggle.
I'm not the biggest R&B like fan or anything like that. Not saying I hate it at all or anything like that.
Everybody has their own thing.
Yeah, for sure. I like a little bit of everything. Grew up in a different household with like, Pop's over here with the gangster rap. My mom over here with like the Christian music.
He was banging it.
You could listen to this full talk for hours about the game, you know, with everybody, Tupac, Biggie, and all that.
That's
stuff.
dope. That's dope.
No, ask this man any question. Any song on the radio? Oh, I'll show you where it samples from. That's this guy.
Any of that rub off on you?
Just a little bit. You know, it's rubbing off a lot more that we doing this podcast stuff because, like you were saying, it helped me a lot of being able to communicate. Mm-hmm. And what I think a lot of artists and people in general like fail to realize is that like doing a podcast isn't just like for the entertainment of the people. It's for also like we're sitting down having a conversation, getting to know each other. And as an artist, they get connected, like he was saying, getting connected with everybody in the room. There's not just the people in front of the camera,
Right.
learning how to talk. And you never know, the person you're talking to could be like a producer or have a friend that wants to get on a track with you, but he doesn't even know you and stuff like that. That's why I wanted to ask you about like, what was like your tip to people and stuff like that? Because I know a lot of my friends who are rappers and stuff like that, and it took them like a minute for them to get going and just like putting out their content and stuff like that. I think people, it's like hard for them to understand that if you're not giving out your content and you want to be a content creator, nobody's going to know about you because you don't have anything to look at.
Right. And then like putting out more content, not just having a few pieces, you got to follow up because what they're going to look at, what they're going to come back to. Like they're not going to watch the same thing over and over. You feel me? So you got to keep them, what is it called? Like keep them in tune, like keep them on their feet, on their toes almost. Yeah.
I respect you because I seen you've been putting out a lot of music and a lot of music videos. I wanted to ask if like you actually enjoy making them or you just know that it's going to help in the long run.
I do. I honestly love like every single part of the process, from the beat choosing to the writing the song to the long music videos, where, because most of the time for music videos, I love them, but like the worst part for me, like my appetite be all over the place because I be so excited and my mind be everywhere, you know, and I want everything to go how it's supposed to go. So my mind is not on food, or if it is on food, I can't eat it because I got like lip gloss or something on. It's like, that's the worst part. But I do love making music videos.
Yeah, that's tight. That's tight. That's another thing I think artists fail to do is making music videos, because I feel like it's like a little bit more connection between you and the fan. You feel me? Because they can see you doing some cool stuff. I feel like it also can change the perception of an artist too, though. Like the way a music video is filmed, they could be like a nice person in real life, but like be showing something different on their videos and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's okay. That's common. I feel like music videos should be movies. You don't always have to play the same character, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I wanted to bring up the fact that earlier when we were talking over here, that he said that you recently just sung the national anthem at the Clippers game.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, how was that? Was that nerve-wracking?
It was, because honestly, like, it might sound crazy, but I ain't know the song. I did not know the song. I knew the first line and the last line. The middle was like, what is this? So I had to sit and listen to it, and I was nervous. But once I got the words down, I was like, okay, that's all I was worried about. I wasn't really worried about like my vocals or nothing. Like I wasn't scratchy or nothing. I was good as far as that. But on sound check, I almost messed up. Almost forgot a line, but I didn't. And then when it came to the actual singing in front of everybody, it was cool. It's really cool.
Just like church, regular Sunday.
Yeah, honestly, like looking around, I was like 200-300. They said like 10,000-20,000. I'm like, excuse me?
Whole stadium.
And it was a lot of people, almost packed out. Like it was crazy.
Damn, yeah. That's crazy.
It was exciting though. I loved it. Ooh, I loved it. I need to taste that again.
You didn't feel no pressure with all the cameras, everybody?
Pressure? What's that? Honestly, like, call me a diamond, because like under pressure, I do great. I feel like I do the best under pressure. So, yeah.
Yeah. So how were you able to like get that opportunity to be able to, you know, sing it for like the whole game and stuff like that?
So, Connections, my producer, and Glasses. Glasses actually had performed like the week before, and yeah, he asked about it, and it was.
Did not perform the national
anthem. No. I was just saying.
I know that dude.
No, yeah, I was just saying he performed in general. Yeah, so he performed halftime like the week before, and like helped set it up. Yep.
Surprisingly, you would think that they would have a bunch of people, but they were like, "Oh, can you do it this week?" We're like, "What?" Like this week?
Yeah. It was like 3-4 days. Yeah.
But maybe you should talk about that, because that's a misconception that people automatically assume in their head that they probably already got somebody for that. And if you open your head like, no, I'm the somebody to be that spot.
Exactly. Right.
You can put yourself in that position just like you did.
Because other people from the outside, it looks like, how did you do that? But when we're like, oh, the homie just did that. You're like, oh,
most people look like
just say what's up.
From the outside, most people are looking and going, yeah, I'm not going to get that. Like, they already have somebody for that.
They think they called us. Like, hey, can you do this?
Right.
Like, no, we told them we wanted to do it.
And the reality is, like, you got to put yourself out there, because they need people every single game,
And that's what we told
halftime,
them. It was like,
whatever.
whenever you need somebody, call us. We'll come. She'll come every week, every game.
That's great.
It was fun.
And then somebody left a comment on her YouTube, on one of her views, was like, I saw you at the Clipper game. You're so good. So now she gained fans. So that's what I was thinking. Hey, it's 20,000 people here.
So what would you suggest for somebody who was like, hey, my local team, who would they contact? Where would they go? Do you know?
Nope.
Classes in a area.
So here's what I would suggest.
No, I would say you need to talk to the marketing director at the company.
Yeah, so contact your team at the whatever city you have a sports team, whatever it is. Reach out to them, say, hey, look, I'm interested in performing at halftime or singing the national anthem. If you ever need entertainment, I can provide that for you. And then they will direct you to the right people. Just call the stadium. I promise you, you won't be disappointed.
You'll be surprised that it works.
Because they're doing hundreds of games a year. Yeah. They need entertainment.
Yep. True that.
Yeah, for shows. I wanted to ask you a question about, like, obviously you were able to meet up with your producer and stuff like that through Instagram and social media and stuff like that. But I wanted to ask you if you think it's like, if it's harder as a rap artist versus like being an R&B artist to necessarily get like a deal, because like you were saying when you were trying to like, you know, make it in the game, you were thinking like everybody was telling you like, oh, there's people already doing this. There's like already singers that are like sounding like what you're doing and stuff like that.
Yeah. Man, oh man, I don't know. Everybody think they can rap and sing now. That's the sucky part. And like you may be able to sing like your favorite artist's song with the track or whatever, but like making your own song and stuff like that is so different. So as far as like rap versus singing, I think singing is harder. I think being a singer as an artist is harder than being a you gotta know how to sing.
Autotune ain't gonna help you all the way.
Right. You gotta it's a lot. It's a lot more. You gotta think of melodies versus like, I don't know, like different melodies versus cadences. I guess that's what they would call a rap thing, a cadence. But yeah, I think writing a rap, I wouldn't say that. If I was a rapper, if that was what I was doing, I feel like it would be easier too. Just like getting out more songs and stuff like that, and just like being at different events. Cause like rap, I don't know, rap is like universal. Everybody listens to rap music. I feel like not everybody listens to R&B, even though it's the music that makes you feel. Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, I would choose singing. It's easier.
Yeah, I feel like that would make sense too. I feel like
harder. My bad.
I feel like also rap has just so many different like sub genres and categories that you can like slowly fit into.
Yep.
I feel like at the same time though that makes it a little bit harder since there's so many options that like not many genres of rap are like popular than other ones and most recognized and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess it makes sense. Anybody could sit down in a room and think about something and write some like quick lyrics, pump out more songs faster for show.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, and then the recording process for singing is longer and a little different, more layers, harmonies, and backgrounds, and yeah, a longer process. Yeah.
So for your songs, do you write all of your songs?
Yes, sir.
All by you? All by you?
Yes. That's tight. All of them. I write for others too, by the way. So if y'all need something, tap in.
Real quick, if somebody wants to tap in, how do they contact you?
Hit me up on Instagram or hit up Mitro. We a team. Y'all get the beat and the song all together. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So tell me about some of your most recent songs that you've released.
Woo! So I actually just dropped a new song and a new music video. It's called Wasting Time. And it's about wasting time. It's about dating in your 20s, basically how it go, or like the runaround it could give you, or just how you could get stuck in a situationship and stuff like that. Before that, a situationship, yes. Yeah. A situationship, okay. In the game to know what a situationship is the median between a friend, I want to say friendship and a relationship, but that's like a friends with benefit. But it's a little more than that, because like y'all are the only benefits. Y'all is
together. Y'all don't claim each other, but y'all exclusively only.
Yeah.
It's without the title, basically.
Yep. A situationship is a relationship without the title and without the pressure, I guess. Yeah.
With less responsibilities.
That's what they claim, but it's the same responsibilities because people still trip and people still like get hurt at the end, right? So exactly. So that's what that song's about. Another music video that we recently dropped is California Cruising. It's like a song about Cali. You feel me? Where I'm from a little bit and why I love LA. And before that, it was What You Want. And I think that's my favorite one because I was in a straight jacket and I was going crazy and I love that song. So I would say go listen to them, check them out. You feel me? And yeah, those are the most recent things. And I'm always writing. I'm always thinking of new stuff and new ideas and stuff like that. So I always tell people to stay tuned and keep up. You feel me?
Yeah. And like, are the songs you write, are they like just like, you know, like in general, like songs about certain stuff, or are they like more personal to you?
Honestly, I like to write about the past experiences that I've had, and also like, so if I'm writing about a current experience, it'll be like half and half. It'll be like part me, like a piece of the song is me, but then like from my friends, because, you know, we're all the same age, we're all going through similar situations, or they might have it a little rougher, so I gotta put it in a song because that shit be wild. So yeah, it's like half and half. I like to write about other people's experiences and stories as well. So sometimes it's not even about me at all. Like I got this song called Forbidden, talking about, well, the way I'm singing is basically saying like I'm messing with my sister's man and that's my man too, basically. And we're in love, but I don't have a sister. So
Sorry guys, camera died and we don't remember what we were talking about. So we just gonna keep it pushing. Really only got a couple more questions for you and stuff like that. It's been sick talking to you and stuff like that. I fuck with the energy that you bring to the table. But,
thank you.
I just want to know, like, what's your next plan? You planning to release like an EP, doing some features, getting some features on your tracks?
Ooh, that's a great question. I didn't even think about who I wanted to feature next. I'm lying. I won't tax on the song, but he playing. EP? Yes, definitely. The next idea that I have for an EP is actually kind of crazy. We got this, I don't even know if I should say it. We got this idea of me doing, so I sing, right? But you know how rappers do the melodic rap thing? I like to play with that sometimes, you feel me? And I call it sapping when I do it. It's different when I do it, you feel me? Yeah. But sapping. Yes. Okay. It's a mixture of singing and rapping. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I want to do a whole EP of me sapping. Me like the club bangers, so people who listen to rap music would easily listen to my music and get played in clubs and stuff.
Can you give us an example of sapping? Like what would you refer to as sapping? Like, is it like a Nate Dogg swag or what is it?
Sapping's like Lil Baby.
Let me hear what you're talking about. You got a line from one of your songs you sapping in?
Yeah, actually.
All right, let's hear it.
Yeah, you got to know I'm from the city, but my grandma told me keep it real pretty. I wasn't breastfed, wasn't sucking on no titty. Yeah, I didn't have my mama, but I got her now silly. Had my uncle there too, the shit was ghetto. Got the house raided up, we had to let him. My grandma taught her warning, but he didn't get the memo. Then he got caught up and locked up, they had to get him. I stuttered a little bit.
Nice, that's nice. That's
But,
perfect.
Yeah, that's my version, that's what I call
dope.
sapping.
That's dope.
So yeah, and true story.
Yeah, that's kind of like what Nate Dogg did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are right. You are right.
Yeah, he had that.
But
swag.
I thought of him more of like a
slower,
a little more slower. Yeah.
But that's what I kind of was. I'm telling you, like, you turn into like the female Nate Dogg out here.
And I'm okay with
it. I was even putting on a lot of hooks and stuff.
Yeah, I keep it 100. If you do that, more of that, you'll get on these rappers' hooks.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely open to that. I want to be the featured queen. You feel me? Put me on everything and anything.
Down to like, what was the lines you just said?
Yeah, you got to know I'm from the city.
So just slow that down. Same line, same temp, same tone.
Okay.
Slow it down, like
the melodic one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to know I'm from the city. But my grandma told me keep it real pretty. I wasn't breastfed, wasn't sucking on no titty. Yeah, I didn't have my mama, but I got her now silly. Had my uncle there too, the shit was ghetto. Got the house raided up, we tried to let him. My grandma tried to warn him, but he didn't get the memo. Then he got caught up and locked up, they had to get him.
Oh,
that's dope. That's dope.
That's a hook right there for a rapper right there.
That's dope. You right.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit. If you do that on records, like to slow it down like that and get that swag, and maybe on the second half, like switch it up a little bit, but game over. Like that's,
I'll definitely try. I gotta
Good
listen.
work.
Honestly, I gotta listen to more Nate Dogg, but I have heard a few of his like features. I know he was definitely like important and
but
popping.
it's right in that lane that you just did right now.
Yeah.
It's exactly in that lane.
Yeah, it sounded exactly how Nate Dogg was. That's tight.
Okay.
If you release an EP like that, for sure, blow. Because it's not. I don't think there's really any like R&B type or like more melodic like women's rappers or singers
You're
right now.
actually right. Now that I'm thinking about, or actually, you know who Cash Page is?
Cash Page. No.
I don't even know where she's from, but she's like a melodic type thing. It's almost like she's singing, but it's like you don't know yet. It's like I don't know. It's like a mixture, right on the border. But yeah, she does that, but she's not like you said, you don't know her, so she's not like super big. But I actually like her. She inspires me a little bit.
Yeah, doing that. What would you call it? Sappin.
Sappin.
Yeah, that would be tight if you bring that into the game. I feel like a lot of people like if you like put out a real nice EP and stuff like that, doing what you was doing, I feel like that could make some noise like quick.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that name from?
Honestly, I make up a lot of words.
Okay. We're going to call it Sappin, the creator of Sappin right here in the house.
Yep, they gonna put it in a dictionary, and it don't sound too funny, right?
Nah.
Okay, cool. It sounds pretty silky.
I wanted to first of all ask if like you've done any like hooks for rappers and stuff like that, and if they have, like how often do people like hit you up for that type of work?
Hooks for rappers, yes, I have. How often? Pretty often. Do they have the funds to support their dreams? No, no. But I'm open. I actually really like hopping on rapper songs because I like to listen to their flow and I sap it or I switch it up. Put a girly twist on it, an R&B twist on it. So I like it. I like to do that a lot, actually.
Are there any records out right now with you as like a feature where you're doing like the sapping or like singing?
Where I'm sapping? He said a feature. So where I'm sapping? Well, kind of a little bit. Blue Rags got a song. What's it called? Hit the Road. Yeah, I'm sapping a little bit. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now what we need to do collectively. You already got, Mitra's already got the rappers. Do those records where you got that swag on it, that sapping swag, and just drop some hooks with you doing that swag on there. If you need me to come in and help you come up with some creative ideas, I'll tell you right now. You do 2 or 3 records like that, you will be the most popular and the most hired person to come sing hooks. And Nate Dogg was that guy. But you could do the female version of Nate and just crush it. So, because you're an amazing singer, too.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. But, yeah, I'm definitely open to working with any genre of music. But, like I said, I really like to work with rappers and do features with them because I get to play with it.
Yeah. It's tight. You bring the two genres. They're pretty closely related, but
Yeah.
just bring them together like fully like that is pretty tight.
Mm-hmm.
So if people want to hit you up and get that information, say like, yo, I need her on my hook. I need her on this like alternative track. How
Instagram.
Run that up real quick.
Yep.
Say it one more time for them just in case they forgot.
My Instagram is at Nakina Monique. NAKINAMONIQE.
And what do they call you?
Nakina. I just go by Nakina. That's my name. Government and all.
Oh, for real?
Yes. Yes. And it's actually means favored by God. So that's me.
Made it all the way through.
Yeah, I'd really like to think I'm favored by God. I try to convince myself that I'm the luckiest person on earth. Manifestation works, so I'm gonna keep saying that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all check her out. Obviously, if you couldn't tell, if y'all weren't listening all the way through or something like that. She's chill ass artist right here. I did take a couple looks at your music videos. I looked at Wasting Time, the one it was in the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was a sick video. She got cool videos out and stuff like that.
Thank you.
Go listen to her voice, listen to her music, stuff like that. Hit her up if y'all want some tracks and everything like that. But other than that, that's all the questions I got for you on camera. But yeah, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you coming through too. It's always a blessing to have artists come through. Like I said, I don't get many female artists and stuff like that. First R&B singer, it's cool to see the vibes and way people were brought up, bringing in music. Because normally I interview like gangster rappers and stuff like that. So they always just like, yeah, I was like shooting people. I was selling.
A little more violent,
here.
huh?
Yeah, but it's cool. It's cool to see a different perspective of like a different genre and stuff like
R&B singers can get violent too.
that. I didn't say that. I didn't say nothing. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up right here. It's been another episode of the podcast with Prodigy. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Check out everybody's info. But other than that, Prodigy, and we out.
It's the podcast with a Prodigy. It's the podcast with a Prodigy. It's the podcast with a Prodigy. My podcast.